So imagine the crowd is all around and they're going crazy.
Toronto sends the series for a 7-game.
It's eerily quiet in here. They went to see if they could turn on the lights for me, but if they can't, that's okay. There's the secret time capsule from Maple Leaf Gardens. Fought here in 1966. How are you today? I am in Toronto, Ontario, Canada today. I hope you're doing well. Anyway, one of the things I always wondered was whatever happened to Maple Leaf Gardens. Now, I remember going there as a kid with my dad. We would go watch Leaf games. And I remember actually running up and down here, high-fiving people when they were in the playoffs. I don't even remember the year. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about Maple Leaf Gardens, and we're going to go inside and see what it looks like today. Let's check it out.
February 13th, 1999 marked the final NHL game at one of the most hallowed venues in all of sports, Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens.
One of the actual last performances of the Beatles was right here, August 17th, 1966. But they actually played here 3 times. And earlier than that, Elvis Presley played here. But this was the cathedral of hockey. Now, the Leafs had played elsewhere until Conn Smythe decided they need a bigger arena. So in 1931, this is built, and I believe it only takes them about 5 months to build. And then it opens up, and they play here. Their first game, I believe, was against the Chicago Blackhawks. But there's still things inside that remind you of it. It's a grocery store now, but let's go inside and check it out. Now, on one side, there's a grocery store, and that's where center ice is. So we'll go check that out, and we'll see what the walls are painted like. But then there's also an athletic center. So we'll see if we can go in there, and there's an ice rink in there. We'll see if we can see that. We'll see what we're allowed to see anyway. Let's go check. Check that out right there. Look at, those are actual seats from Maple Leaf Gardens, making a large maple leaf. How cool is that? Now, when you look at the walls, you can actually still see the colors from the sections. There's the blue from where the old stairwell was. And those are actual seats from the gardens. Look at that. Let's go upstairs and then we'll go over to center ice, but pretty cool. There's the actual walls from the gardens. If these walls could talk. 1967, they saw a Stanley Cup. And it's been a long road since. So it says right there, Maple Leafs Gardens was designed by architects in 1931. And it shows where we are on here. Right there. Now, one other thing to note is that these lights are the original lights. So you see these large industrial lights, they're the actual lights. Now this has all been redone, so we're not gonna go walk around the store because you can't even see the walls. It's all new walls. The chairs for Maple Leaf Gardens and the walls. Now I believe when you get into that area, that's all part of the athletic center, and we'll go over there and we'll see where they allow us to go. But this is Maple Leaf Gardens. Check out that mural on the wall. Look at that. I think for me, the most interesting thing is seeing, look right behind the brick wall, when you can actually see like the lettering from the original Maple Leaf Gardens. Like look at, that said gate right there. You can see the G-A-T-E. That is so cool. I think it is anyway. Okay, but we're not done because we have to go see where center ice was, right? This would have been where they were playing, and we're gonna go check center ice. Let's go. There it is, right there. Okay. Alrighty guys, I am right now leaning at center ice of Maple Leaf Gardens. So imagine the crowd is all around and they're going crazy.
Toronto sends the series for a 7-game this Saturday.
It's right here. I was in this building with my dad watching hockey games, and this is where the face-off was. I don't know. I find that pretty cool. So if you come to this store and you're going for pasta and I guess tuna, you are at center ice. They kept it marked. So that's what you see around. Now the players wouldn't have saw a President's Choice logo. They would have saw the crowd going crazy.
Wendell Clark.
Ah, you can hear them cheering. And there's center ice right there. Okay, I find it fascinating. We're gonna go check out more of Maple Leaf Gardens, but it's the center ice right here. Pretty cool, right? I don't know, I think it is. Alrighty guys, so we went in, checked out the grocery store. Now let's go see if we can go through the athletic center and see what's in that part of the gardens. It goes all the way up, 4 floors. Let's see what's here. Here you can see the bones of the gardens. Right here, Maple Leaf Gardens. There it is in 1932. And you can see it right there, 1932. It's incredible, and I believe this sat vacant for 10 years after 1999. And there it is right there. And opening night ceremonies against Chicago Blackhawks, November 12th, 1931. They kept a lot of it untouched. There's 1938. Various gatherings. Screaming for Elvis Presley. Alrighty, let's go upstairs and see what we can see of the gardens. There's the athletic center. And another court right there. So where we are would have all been seating and sections for Maple Leaf Gardens. There are some of the biggest sporting events. There's the timeline right there. Muhammad Ali fought here in 1966. And there's a great shot right there of the gardens. Check that out. There it is in 2009. The upper row of red seats has been reinstalled in its original location at left. The red wall color has also been retained. So what you're looking at here are the red seats right where they originally were. So we're in the reds right now, which was a good seat to have if you were at a game. Alrighty, let's keep going upstairs to see how far up we can go and to see what's there. Check that out. The secret revealed. Here's a time capsule. Now, Conn Smythe, founder and owner of the Leafs, buried a time capsule in a cornerstone when the Maple Leaf Gardens were built, 1931. It would remain buried for 80 years until its accidental discovery by a construction worker during building renovations in 2011. The capsule was housed in a copper box handmade by Millard Campbell. And he left an inscription located on the inner lid that reads, 124 Lindsay Avenue, 21931. It held mementos from the time. There are newspapers from the time. OHA, 1930 to 31. The Globe. There's the actual time capsule. Hockey rules right there. The Toronto Municipal Handbook. And the mysterious white elephant. Check that out, guys. When Conn Smythe created and buried the time capsule in 31, a small ivory white elephant was put in there. The meaning remains a mystery, but his family members have given possible explanations, such as it being part of a family's private collection or a token to bring the Maple Leafs good luck. Well, let's hope it works, because the last cup was in 1967. But Conn's son believes the elephant was a gift received from a friend his father served with, dating back to the First World War. There it is, right there. There's the secret time capsule from Maple Leaf Gardens. Alrighty. Let's go and see if we can see the ice. This is the ice that's in Maple Leaf Gardens now. Check that out. Look at that. It almost looks like a little Maple Leaf Gardens. It's eerily quiet in here. They went to see if they could turn on the lights for me, but if they can't, that's okay, because this is a pretty cool look at the ice rink that is still inside Maple Leaf Gardens. When you look, it's pretty surreal to think that there's still an ice rink here. And we saw center ice in the grocery store. We saw the original blues and the reds. But there's an ice rink right here. Right there, another display for Maple Leaf Gardens. And, of course, Conn Smythe, right there. Shows 1950, builder of the Maple Leaf Gardens and principal owner of the Toronto Maple Leafs from 27 to 1961. But there's another display for Conn Smythe, and right over here is a display for basketball. Pretty cool, right? Okay, let's keep moving on. There's another display right there showing the history. That's your view over Carlton Street. There's Princess Elizabeth and Prince Philip. Yeah, we are at the very, very top floor. There's people lining up at Maple Leaf Gardens. And this goes into the ice rink. And there's another shot into the ice rink. Right there. And you can see more displays right here. And what a great shot of the Gardens. Toronto 3, Montreal 1. Alrighty guys, what did you think of that? I thought that was so interesting to see Maple Leaf Gardens today. It brings back so many memories, both of cheering on the Leafs with my dad and just cheering on the Leafs over the years. To stand at center ice and to see the rink that's there today, I don't know. I find that really interesting. Anyway, I'm glad you guys came along to explore Maple Leaf Gardens, what it looks like now, what's still here and what's not, and the displays. Anyway, I always like to say life is like a book, and I want to read it with you. Hit that like and subscribe button. We will go on more adventures together. Until next time, it's your friend Chris. Peace.